Remember Star Wars Celebration 2023? The lights, the music, the stage reveals? We were told the future was here. We were told the new Jedi Order was rising. Well, put your lightsabers back in the box, folks, because it turns out the future is actually scheduled for sometime eventually. Hey Geekly, Kikai Wafra here. Strap in, we're opening the file. Let's look at the facts. Daisy Ridley, the face of the sequel trilogy, recently did an interview with USA Today. Naturally, because she is the lead of the promised new Jedi Order film, they asked her when we might get an update. Not the movie itself, mind you, just an update. Her response was brutally honest. When asked about news in 2026, she said, quote, "I don't know about 2026. In the future sometime, yeah." To clarify, this is the movie announced with huge fanfare almost 2 years ago. It's supposed to be directed by Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy and follow Rise Skywalker as she attempts to rebuild the Jedi Order 15 years after the Rise of Skywalker. But according to Ridley, we probably won't even hear a whisper of concrete news until 2027. That is 4 years after the announcement, just to get a status update. Now, let me put on my corporate logic hat for a second. I know what you're thinking, and there is a very valid argument to be made here for patience. We all remember what happened the last time Lucasfilm rushed to production to meet a release date. We got The Rise of Skywalker, a movie that felt like it was written on a napkin during a lunch break. So, from a studio perspective, this hesitation makes sense. Ridley herself noted in the interview that the hurdles are vast and that getting a film made is a massive undertaking. She insists that incredible voices are involved and the wait will be worth it. And honestly, I want to believe that. If taking an extra 3 or 4 years means the writers actually have time to map out a coherent arc, to figure out what a new Jedi Order actually looks like without just copying the old one, then fine, take the time. We would all prefer a delayed masterpiece to a rushed disaster. In a world of churn and burn content, a studio hitting the brakes to ensure quality is something we usually ask for. But that's when I read the fine print and the cynicism starts creeping back in. Because let's be real, this isn't just taking time for quality. This feels like the classic Lucasfilm pattern of announce and ghost. Are they taking us for fools? Look at the track record. Rian Johnson's trilogy, announced and then silence. The Game of Thrones creators trilogy, announced and vanished. Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron, they literally made a teaser video with her getting into a flight suit, and now that movie is dead in the water. Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie, gone. We're talking about a studio that announces projects to generate hype at conventions, to sell merchandise, and to keep the stock price happy, only to let those projects rot in development hell for a half-decade. Daisy Ridley is out here promoting her new zombie movie, We Bury the Dead, and she has to field questions about a Star Wars project that for all intents and purposes sounds like it doesn't even have a lockdown script yet. Think about the math. If we don't get news until 2027, that means production probably doesn't start until 2028. That puts the release in 2029 or 2030. That is a 10-year gap since the last film. At that point, does the general audience even care about Rey's journey anymore? It feels like there is no plan. There is just a whiteboard in an office at Lucasfilm full of cool ideas, and every few years they pick one, tell us it's definitely happening, and then hope we forget about it when they pivot to The Mandalorian and Grogu again. Ridley says she read scripts 5 years ago for other things and learned that things take time. But reading a script and waiting 5 years isn't production hurdles. That's a soft cancellation that nobody wants to admit to. It's frustrating because Rey is a character with potential that was squandered by a lack of planning the first time around, and now it looks like her return is suffering from the exact same problem, a lack of decisive vision. They announced the director, they brought Rey out on stage, they promised us a movie, and now the timeline has shifted from coming soon to in the future sometime. Anyway, the link is in the description if you want to read Ridley's full comments. I need to know where you stand on this. Do you think this delay proves they are actually trying to make a good movie, or is the Rise Skywalker film destined to join Rogue Squadron in the graveyard of canceled Star Wars projects? Team let them cook, or team it's never happening? Let me know in the comments. And there it is, another dossier closed on a galaxy that feels further away every single day. If you appreciate the honesty, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell the algorithm we are tired of waiting. Now, real talk, did you recognize the fit today? I tried to recreate a specific scavenger look from Jakku. Drop the character's name in the comments, let me know if I nailed the desert vibes or if I just look like I forgot to do my laundry. To support the channel and buy me a coffee, the link is right down below. I will catch you on the next one. This was Kikai Wafra for News Geekly.